I was just wondering, after a 2-week layoff like this with no matches, obviously you guys are still doing training and getting ready for the match this weekend. But I was just kind of wondering, what's it like as a player taking a little break and then trying to jump back into it? Is that a hard adjustment, or is it something that comes fairly naturally?
Well, I think that you just take what's given to you. So you don't want to be necessarily playing the game when you don't have a game that weekend, if that makes sense. You want to take that time to rest and do other things. So I mean, it was a great 2 weeks, and we had really good training sessions, and I think guys got to get away a little bit. So we should be fresh.
Next is Tyler Touchman.
Just in terms of your rehab process, what has kind of been the specific development in terms of from when you went down with the injury to the different levels of rehab and getting back to the field?
Well, we have a great team here, so it was there was a lot of tests, so I had to pass tests to progress to the next stage to make sure that I was healthy. I feel very rested. I feel my body feels good. My mind feels good. So I don't think anybody's ever grateful for an injury, but I was able to make lemonade out of some lemons there.
All right, next is Paul Danzer of the Portland Tribune.
Hey, Steve, kind of following up on that, was this rehab experience in any way unique with so many teammates going through their own rehab? And were you kind of like a team, apart from the team almost? Yeah, just curious.
Yeah, well, I know that we we had quite a number of guys injured. So, I traveled with the team to Mexico. I traveled to the Dallas game, so I was able to be around the team and try to, be a part of the group and the culture as much as possible. But as far as the number of guys injured, you're pretty much, when you're injured, you're just doing your work and biding your time to get back on the field. So we were all, pushing each other on, and grateful to have a lot of us back.
Next question goes to Kyle Pennell.
Hey, Steve. You now with the Providence Park going back to 80% capacity, I'm curious for you getting the play in that atmosphere again, because you've played both in front of a full Providence Park and then in front of nobody in the stands. And from a goalkeeper's perspective, what was it like just between the two? And then knowing that this weekend, while it's not 100%, it's getting more back towards normal.
Well, I'm a player, as you guys have seen me play. I'm someone who feeds off the crowd, and that emotion in the stadium really affects me and spurs me on. So it was a challenge when you don't have fans. I think it took a lot of fun out of the game. I think it became more like work last year. So, when there's fans at Providence Park and we're playing well, it's a real spectacle. It's a real event, in my life, and we have friends and people come to see the game. It becomes a really enjoyable experience. And so to have fans back means everything.
Next question is Tyler Touchman of the Oregonian.
Yeah, Steve, you said that you were traveling with a team. What type of role, if any, did you have in trying to mentor the other goalies, especially the younger ones, with a couple of guys down?
Well, with Hunter, you give him tips here and there, but also with Hunter, he's getting a lot of coaching because he's a young player. So I just told him to believe in himself, and he's going to get other chances to play, and we all believe in him, and he's a talent, and but he's got to keep progressing, and he knows that. So I was just try to be any type of support that's needed. Sometimes that means just being quiet. There's different roles for that, and then for when Logan came in to get those 6 points, was great for the team. We're going to really need those in November, and he pitched in. So.